Yeah, right? Doesn't it suck? I think it goes out there faster though, so we're probably already live.
All right, fade into black.
What's going on, folks? It's the voicemail dump truck. That's right. The sound of Dan slamming ass means that you've tuned into the right podcast.
Jeez, you got to give context before you come out with that.
Nope, we're slamming Dan's ass. That's right. The dump truck. You know it. It's the place for all the hottest dumps.
Running a train!
Unfiltered dumps. Farm to table dumps.
Oh, no.
All of the most organic, Wi-Fi free, 5G free organic dumps you could possibly wish and hope for. My name is Jeff Bacalar. Thanks for tuning in to this circus of chuckle fucks. Joining me today, a groovy foursome of folks that will lead us through the cavernous alleys and peaks and valleys and all the things in between of voicemails. Dan Reichert's here. What's up, Dan?
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
I just read that Mike Tyson said he's going to bring the devil himself tomorrow night.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we can talk more about whatever the hell that means in just a moment. Nikki Grayson has graced us. What's up?
Hey, what's up? I'm drinking canned milk.
Oh, it's canned milk. Okay, I want to talk about that as well. Jeffrey Michael Grubb wiping his eyes like a newborn. How are you, pal?
I'm good. I want to stress I'm not quitting, but it feels like I'm quitting. Like this, I'm going to be out next week.
Oh.
So it
Can
just
you let
feels
me
like,
know? Like, if you do that?
I would let you know. I would definitely let you know. I'm not. But it feels like I have senioritis, and we could just burn this whole place down on this episode if we wanted to.
Yeah,
It
we're
feels
both
like
out
that.
tomorrow, Grub. Yeah.
Right.
We're
Okay,
not
let's
gonna
do it.
anything.
Let's get the fire going.
Without saying it's okay. We do have a lot of stuff cooking, and it's understandable that you would want to just jump out of the plane right now.
You get it. I'm glad you understand.
You know, some would go as far to say as no, please, whatever you do not leave next week. Is what some people would say.
Oh shit! I have leverage. All right, I'll see you
For
in
the
the meeting.
sake-
All right, that's
For
good.
the sake, Dan, it's okay. Don't take all the time you
I'm
need.
not going anywhere. I'm inviting someone here that this time last year broke my finger, and I'm letting her back into my house. So
Well, that's a smart move on your part.
Oh, you're saying you need health insurance? Okay, yeah.
yeah. Oh, it's open enrollment, right? We're good.
Oh shit, I gotta do that.
Yeah.
No, you got to do it by Sunday. That's what Baccalar just said in the Slack.
Okay.
If you don't fill this shit out by Sunday, you're
I have
not
plenty
going to
of
have
time, you're
health
right.
insurance next
Nikki,
year.
please don't air Grubb's dirty laundry on this podcast. Jan Ochoa is also here lurking in the Batcave. Hello to Jan.
Hi, Jan.
Thank
You
you,
don't want to
Jan.
go in that bat cave. There's some weird stuff happening in there.
Yes, lots of weird stuff. Okay, canned milk. Tell me more about it, and how can I get some?
Yeah, for sure. So I went into the Costco yesterday
yeah.
because I wanted some protein shakes. And I wanted to get the Fairlife ones, but then those cost $33 for 18 of them. And I said, that doesn't seem like good math. So I went onto the other side of the aisle and I saw this brand called Nuri, which I've never seen or heard of before. And when you type it in, the first result is not their website. It is a Reddit post that says, has anyone ever heard of this brand? They have it at
good.
Costco. And then everyone in the replies is saying, no, I've never heard of it. Did you buy it? And then it's a dead thread mostly. So then I was like, they sell it at the store. You can't die. I'm not gonna die. So I bought it.
Is that your first one?
This
Hot
is my
review?
first one. I finished it and it tastes like it tastes like a protein shake.
And demonstrably not dead.
And I'm not dead yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I have 30 grams of protein flowing through my veins. So
That's
Ooh,
I can do
grams.
anything.
Okay.
grams.
That's more than that muscle milk stuff and the
It is
other
more
ones.
than that muscle milk stuff. So
More than-
No,
more
it's
than
the muscle
Fairlife
milk's
stuff.
42.
well, not the muscle milk that they had. It's like octanes at the gas station. They have
yours was
42
unleaded.
Yeah, we had unleaded.
Oh, you
only,
got to
like,
get your
only
lead in your
14
muscle milk. Yeah.
I gotta say,
14 gram muscle milk.
The Fairlife stuff that Tam was on about, I got a case of
core
it because I
power.
found it cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm not joking, I read a story from like a credible source that was like, yo, we tested all these plastic bottles and guess which had the most plastic inside the liquid? Fairlife.
Fuck.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's tough. My logic on my thinking on the microplastics thing is it's too late.
Yeah.
Oh
like
yeah,
lead in our
we're a
parents.
third plastic, right? Like it's fine.
We can't get the lead out of our parents' brains. We can't get the plastic out of ours. Like that's just how it is.
But demonstrably, from what I gather and what the scientific community is mostly in agreement on, is that the plastic is not necessarily killing us; it is just making us infertile.
Yeah, which
I like
hey,
that.
I don't
the
need
lead-
any more
Yeah,
kids.
trade-off.
Yeah.
Right, where the lead is making them crazy.
Oh, the lead has already made them crazy. That is
Oh,
a
of
done
course.
deal.
Yeah.
I mean-
at a certain point, I'm like looking at that entire generation, going, "Well, fucking never interacting with them if I can avoid it." Fucking
Because there's
lead-ass
also
motherfuckers.
the other thing that's happening is that the pesticides in the plant in the food
and all of it, yeah.
is making it changes your brain, not in your generation when you have the kid, it's in the generation after you. It changes the way your brain works.
Oh, cool.
So then you have anxiety and depression, and that's why like my generation of human adults now has like such part of why there's such widespread is because of the DDT. And the
Well,
Was
look,
my grandpa eating a bunch of DDT in the Korean
he
War or
was
something? Is that how
eating
that?
good. No,
he
was
ate
eating
it out of the
good
can.
stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he was just freebasing that. He was
Okay.
like,
He was distributing that in his grocery store, probably.
sure.
Can you buy a bucket of DDT?
I don't know.
Look,
I don't
hear
want to know.
DDT, I think something else. But
Someone in Twitch chat said, "I'm 39 and I feel 73." I don't even know, like, how can you feel an age that is so many years beyond yours? I don't
It's
get
that
like
biological age guy. That guy, he's like the blood guy.
oh,
He's
we
got
fit
son's
age.
blood.
Your we fit age.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh right.
Okay.
The Wii Fit age, the true scale, the true barometer of human health.
That Brian Johnson guy, the
The ACDC guy?
no, the adult teenager, the guy that's like, I'm
Andy
confusing myself.
Milonakis?
No, not
Right.
him.
That guy probably hates Andy Milonakis, right? He's like, I
Yeah,
get all
it's
this
like,
work. I
that's
spent
my
$1
bit.
million a year trying to be as young as my teenage son. Weird.
Wait,
And-
what are
and
you talking about? I'm
Brian
You don't know
Johnson,
this guy?
He's a billionaire.
Yes, and he takes his son's blood.
This
and
is
out
a
of his
Silicon
son-
Valley subplot. This
Yeah,
is
it's
not.
like it
Yes,
is.
it's
Like,
a Silicon
based off
Valley
him.
guy.
He looks like a Silicon Valley
Yeah.
subplot character.
He
Like,
needs
look
like
at-
blood boys. Like
Look up a
Yes.
picture of him. It's freaky. It's weird.
Yeah, he takes
What?
blood out of his kid and then
Does the kid
puts it in
know?
himself.
yes,
We all know because he won't shut the fuck up about it.
yes, Dan. We all know, therefore the child knows.
Oh, this is fucking weird.
He recently took all of the plasma out of his body and was holding a bag of yellow, like bile, or it was not bile, it was plasma. But it was one of those like, you know, when you go to the doctor in the olden times and they're like your humors are fucked up. It was like
Right,
he had
yeah.
a sack
Yeah.
of his humors, and it looked fucked up. Like it just didn't look correct.
Is this legal?
I mean, he's a billionaire, so they can't stop him.
Yeah.
Why is he a billionaire?
He also
Silicon.
Yeah, he also electrocutes his dick and he says it makes it bigger.
Huh.
Well, that's
If you're
just
keeping
science. I
score at
mean,
home.
Make fun of the other stuff if you must, but come on.
Chad says he sold a thing to PayPal.
Oh, okay.
Now here's what it's like. I think he's also now like doing health influencing with this stuff, so, which makes it feel less real to me. Makes
Right.
it feel like,
Yeah.
oh, like obviously most of this stuff is bullshit, but he's like he's one of these guys that takes 200 pills a day and things like that. So
I think they call them grifters.
yeah, that might be what's happening
Oh,
here.
That's a good word for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, glad that's all going well for the Blood Boys in chat. You know, big day for you all.
Meanwhile,
I
I'm
bet.
40, and every time I move my head this week, my brain hurts.
That's not a thing. I don't believe you can
No,
feel
it's
your
a thing. I've
brain.
been Googling it and I don't know what the solution is, but if I, especially sharply, if I like, so if I'm
do
not
it.
nodding as much this time, it's because it hurts my head every time I nod.
I did hurt myself playing Batman VR. My neck was hurting. So
Yeah.
and I wasn't like I wasn't going that hard. I was like trying to like hold back,
Well,
and that was still too much for me.
Did you like sleep weird? You know, I'm always interested about the origin for these things here.
I feel like I've slept pretty normally the last week. Yeah, I've been taking naps. I'm getting tired. So I'm getting tired. My brain hurts when I move my head.
All right, wait. I'm gonna put this into Google and see what it says.
Okay.
No, don't do that.
No, I've already done it. I've been drinking a
cancer.
lot of water. Oh, it's cancer. Okay. It's super cancer. Got it. Okay,
That's-
great.
Oh yeah, super cancer.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Cancer
Okay.
too.
And my like left spine has been hurting real weird if I lay
Your
flat
left
on
Your
it.
spine?
left spine.
Yeah,
What does
so I
that
do
mean?
yoga
Oh,
every
boy.
day, and now it's like I'm laying on my
Can't
back,
stand
just
these
doing
weird
normal
spine
stuff.
pieces of shit.
Your spine's
It's
in the
like,
middle. What do you mean by left
It's the
spine?
left part. If you bisected my spine, the left part of it is hurting when I lay on my back on a yoga mat.
I mean, isn't it good to just have a good right side though? Be grateful instead of
Yeah,
complaining.
I guess
Yeah.
it's a spine half.
When I was your
working
age, both of our
situation.
sides of our spine hurt. I think you need to just like keep stretching. Keep
I do
taking-
yoga all the time.
Yeah, do your yoga and just do what you need to do to stay in shape. And like
Trying. I can't run.
know?
It's getting cold out.
Water.
I have a
Yeah.
treadmill, but yeah,
and drink. Yes,
So you
Nikki's
can
right.
run.
Drink water. Yeah.
I got it.
Audio
holds
listeners,
up.
he held up a can of liquid death.
Yeah, that isn't it. Like that just isn't.
Legitimately
It's just-
water.
Can't.
I'm just trying. Imagine-
What a great slogan! Legitimately water.
We
It
swear.
has something on there. It says
Would
like,
we lie?
We're not. Yeah, we're not joking.
No, would you-
Legitimately
on
water.
the box it says relax. It's just water.
Would you be more concerned if you opened the case of liquid death and it said 99% water, or if it said 85% water on the can?
85 would worry me more.
But like to me, the 99% suggests there's 1% they just can't do anything about. Like they want it to be water, and
That's
they just
left
can't.
up to
like,
God.
They can't.
Yeah.
85% sounds like no. There's a lot of other shit in here. This is like we're putting some. We're enriching it with minerals. 1%'s like if you freeze this, and you're gonna see like a different color
please
for the
don't.
remaining
Yeah, please
liquid that
don't
doesn't freeze.
It doesn't say percent of water, but it does say 0% juice.
Oh,
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you make
You know
water.
what it's not. Yeah.
You know.
yeah.
I feel good about what you're drinking. You seem healthy. You seem healthier than ever, save for the spine, for the left spine
Yeah,
problem.
and brain and spine.
beside the spinal
yeah.
meningitis that you clearly
Yeah.
have. Yeah,
A lot of weird farts lately too. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
that
here.
seems normal. That seems good for you though. It'd be.
No.
I'd be worried if your
Weird
farts
farts.
weren't weird.
weird
Yeah, I think
farts.
Is that,
I
no,
think
what is
you're-
weird about
Yeah,
They're like
don't
grumbly
get.
bumbly in my stomach. Like I can feel them
I think it's
percolating
just called
more.
gas.
Dr.
man.
Seuss farts. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, man, I care, but like I don't want to care for the sake of the podcast.
No,
Oh, it's too late. The podcast deeply cares.
You know what I mean? Where like
Yeah.
I
think I'm
morbidly,
okay.
like
think
I
I'm
want to
alright.
hear it, but for the sanctity of
If
the
my
of
brain
the
is still
podcast.
hurting in 5 days, I think we got a problem.
I don't know if it's your brain that's hurting. I think it's your head.
Your
Wait,
neck or head.
No, it's like
Now,
in and
didn't
deep.
you have sinus issues?
I had surgery on my sinuses this summer. So
Yeah.
I am wondering, it is still inflamed in there and stuff. So I am hoping it's just some like stuff going on with there because I can feel it
Probably
clicking
that.
all around in there.
You think that's related to the grumbly farts?
I don't think
Yeah.
the sinus surgery caused the rumbly farts.
Okay.
All of your diagnoses will now rhyme for the rest of your life.
My legitimate theory that I'm working on right now is that okay, for the last 3 weeks or 3 weeks prior to Halloween, I bought a giant Costco bag of candy. It's like
Oh,
and
you
it was-
did mention
and
this.
it was
Yeah.
all my favorite stuff. It was Skittles, it was Starburst, it was Twizzlers, it was Nerds, it was Lifesaver gummies, it was like all the good shit, Airheads. And so I bought that being like, this is going to be my backup because I bought a big thing of the full-size candy bars.
Backup.
Yeah, well, because I give out full-size candy bars, and it's like, okay,
Oh,
well,
I see.
I've got 30 of them,
Halloween.
so if more than 30 kids come, then I'll have the backup bag. And then I was like, well, you know, it's Halloween. I can let myself have some candy. So literally after every breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day for like 3 weeks, I had several handfuls of candy and ate the entire giant Costco bag myself. So I think after 3 weeks of eating like 1,000 calories of candy a day, like after every meal, I think my body is mad that it's not getting that.
So yeah, I think that's probably right. I do think that's probably right. That sounds correct. Yeah,
Sugar withdrawal is a hell of a thing.
is
Is it?
really intense. Yeah.
Could 3 weeks of like high potency sugar injections
Yeah.
cause withdrawal once I
You
take
know
it
what,
away?
Dan? I don't care about you anymore, man.
I get it.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I do.
as long as you fucking get it, because
I'll give you shit when you deserve it back, Lara, but I'll give you this one. This is good. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
because clearly Dan doesn't care either.
I got it.
It's
You're
just like-
fine. Hey, look, I'm fucking Jack LaLanne compared to my dad.
Yeah,
Is that the
right.
reference
All
the
right.
kids get?
Wait, who is Jack LaLanne the PBS exercise guy?
Jack LaLanne?
Look, is he alive? Let's get him on the dump truck.
Jack.
It's like you came into your physical. You described all of your fucking symptoms. Doctor's like, anything I should know about changing eating habits, any like weird, and you're just like burying the lead, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm 11% candy.
I go to doctors and they test my blood. I had blood tests done like a month ago. Well, that was, I guess, right before the candy
Was that pre-candy?
storm. The
Okay, so
candy
then
storm
what are we
hadn't started
talking
yet.
about?
Yeah.
The Candy Storm, capital C, capital S. Like it's its own name.
my favorite
like,
Jaguar
it's
game.
a vet-
Yeah, the
yeah.
sequel to Geostorm.
It's just so like, it's so irresponsible.
But this makes me feel better because it makes me think like, oh, well, there's an explanation and this won't be forever. I'm not doing the candy gimmick until next October at least.
Well, no, but that's the issue though, huh? Because if you think, don't do it again.
You're like the leopards ate my face of this podcast. Like,
But
I
what
don't.
about- okay, does it make it healthier or worse if on a night, let's say I've had this happened several times over the 3 weeks. I had my
Okay.
days of breakfast, lunch, dinner, candy storms, and then, let's say it's a Friday night. I'm gonna have a bunch of drinks. I got a bunch of whiskey and
Yeah.
beer in me, and then I think I deserve it. It's a Friday night, and then I have way more candy on top of the whiskey and beer. Does that help kind of negate? Alcohol
It
can
doesn't,
cleanse
no.
stuff, right?
No,
honey,
it's
No, 'cause
poison.
it does
What
have
do
to go through the same.
Oh,
tubes.
alcohol is just as much, if not more, sugar than candy. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Like,
Yeah, that
what?
still happens. So my body's still getting some, so at least I'm treating it to what it
And
needs.
I also
so.
feel like you have a really high carbo diet too,
it's just pasta and bread,
which
and
is
cheese.
just sugar.
I have meat too.
It's all sugar. Well, that's not.
I
sugar.
can't.
Carbs are
Again,
complex
my
sugars,
position
is how I always
stands. I
justify
do
it.
not care about you.
Well, and immediately preceding this feeling, I did have everyone over at my house. And Grub, what did we have for that one day? We had McDonald's twice and then Domino's for dinner and then a bunch of booze.
Oh yeah, but we deserved it.
That is true.
That's
Okay.
different.
We raised money for the kids. We would
I'm
earn
training
that.
for a marathon pursuit.
Just fucking
didn't tell me to
look
do
at a
this in the book.
salad.
I think as soon as you cross the finish line, I want you to grab the nearest person that is like crossing with you, and I want you to tell them beat by beat everything that you ate in the 2
Yeah.
months leading up
Yeah.
to it.
Say
and then
everything
just
you
watch
said on
their
this podcast.
faces change. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just proving that you can, look, I think it's an inspirational story that you
No,
can eat
it's
the way
not.
you want to and you can do great things.
No, it
Sure.
is
They're gonna make a
not.
Rudy
You sound
movie
like
about me.
A Rudy movie. Rudy 2. The Dan
Rudy
Reichert one.
Tootie, the Dan Reichert story.
you sound like Babe Ruth, like talking about his
He did
diet.
well.
Like,
He did
Hey,
well.
Babe Ruth, right, maybe that is the comparison here. It's like, yeah, this disgusting
Yeah.
drunk
Babe
can hit a
Babe
ball
Ruth's
really
like,
well.
I ate 11 cigars and smoked all this cancer, and I hit 1 million home runs and pitched really well too.
I just use my dad as my base of comparison, and I'm being
Well,
As
healthy.
long as you're
Okay.
doing better than Paul Reichert is what you're doing.
Yeah, what a
Dan.
bar! What a bar! You
Just
set
eat
for yourself.
cigarettes all day.
Funny.
Well, he only started at 40, so he's basically
true, yeah.
You smoke. I smoke 100% less cigarettes than my pa.
an infinite less. Yeah.
I think I'm doing fine.
All right. I mean, you just got finished describing very troubling symptoms.
I mean,
And
your
then-
blood. You did your blood pressure recently, and that was good,
Yeah.
right?
Blood pressure, they
That's
were
good.
like, "Whoa, that's really good." Like
Yeah,
my
you're
heart
good.
and my
Fine.
blood
That's all that
are
matters.
good.
He's a
Yeah.
fucking
You're
As
good.
long as
Gives
the
a
blood's
shit.
moving in there.
Ah,
Yeah,
everything's
you're
great.
fine.
Yeah. If you
I'm
like cut
proud
off
of
my
you,
hand
bud.
right now, it would be like a fire hose of force of blood coming out.
Oh, that's high blood pressure. That's bad.
Oh.
Yeah, you want it low. You want it
You
low.
want it
Oh, so
low.
it's
You don't
no,
want
you want
anything.
trickle. You know
to
what?
come out.
You'd barely even see the trickle.
Okay, that's low blood pressure. Also bad.
You want
just want-
120
It would be
over
a
80.
healthy amount of blood flow.
Spurts.
I'll take the good
Spurts,
blood.
Yeah.
I'll take one good blood, please.
One good blood, please.
I'm filled with good blood and heart.
And plastics.
Oh God. Okay. Well, as you very well know, this is a call-in show. 707-EXIFLU is our telephone number. I'm excited to see what we've got on the docket today. Thank you, Jan, for assembling a dozen or so voicemails. We'll start things off with the epitome of health himself, Dan Reichert.
Butterfinger.
Clark bars are better than Butterfinger.
The fuck are you talking about?
That's
What
it,
is
caller?
a Clark bar?
Okay. Clark bar does feel like a depression era treat. Like that definitely is like. I'm
That's
surprised
what my
it's still
grandpa
around.
ate.
Yeah. I don't. I think I probably had a Clark bar. I think they're good.
Can
but
you buy them?
They look like a
Not
thing.
anymore.
I've never. This
I
is
like
so.
Butterfinger. I do.
They're similar
Butterfinger's
though,
great.
right?
I like how Butterfingers, if you chew them up and then you like hold your molars together for a little bit, you have to like unstick them. Like that's a good feeling.
They are so like they just cake onto the teeth.
I love it.
Like in a way that you would imagine cement would.
Yeah, and then you wait like 2 hours to floss because you're just getting a little taste of it for a while.
Yeah. They reformulated Butterfinger recently to make it less crumbly, so it stays together more, and I appreciated that because it was a messy candy bar. I'm sorry.
Have you found?
These
you've
are the
noticed a
candy bar
difference?
blogs that I'm following. That's where I get my news
That's an
from.
insane sentence.
Use
Yeah.
that tack on a Nature Valley bar because they need it way more than
no,
Butterfinger.
That's a lost cause. Get that shit out of here.
It just comes broken. It's just
Wait,
like.
it does.
Could you imagine turning over to someone in bed with you and seeing them eating a Nature Valley bar? I don't think I
I'd
could
be
be madder
fucking
at anyone.
pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd burn the house down.
upset.
Yep.
Like you have to eat that thing over the sink. Like
Yeah,
it's the
you need
only,
to be-
it's the
Maybe
only
outside, but not near the house because you'll attract rats. So
Yes.
yeah.
I think I outgrew Butterfingers. I think I like grew up and I was just like, sorry, sweetie.
Not enough wine in them.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big. I get your joke, but I just there's something weird about them where I just was like, I think I'm done with you, Butterfinger.
Yeah.
You know?
They feel like a juvenile candy. Sure.
They
I get it.
do.
Candy bars are just not appealing to me anymore. I'll do it.
Even
I think a Kit
Snicker
Kat
bar?
is
A Snickers
Cat's
bar?
good.
Oh.
I'm
But,
still
like,
in my
I
Bart
want-
Simpson
I want
phase.
fun size ones. I'll pop like 3 fun size Snickers.
Sure.
And I'll kind of be done. But like the idea of unwrapping a 3 Musketeers
That sounds
at
good.
this
I would do
in
that.
this phase of my life is repulsive to me.
I had 6 full-size candy bars in one sitting on Halloween night.
Yo,
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I had a
Reese's,
caramello.
Snickers, Kit Kat.
I had a king size caramello within the last 2 days.
Wait,
Caramello.
6
Y'all are making shit up.
No, that's
Dude,
3
6 is
candy bars.
crazy.
yeah. I
6
felt
candy
bad
bars.
afterwards. My
That's
friend
like-
got
How'd your
fired.
brain feel?
Great. My friend got fired from AMC when I worked there because I was in the break room and he came in and he was on mushrooms and he tried to buy a Rolo from the break room vending machine and it got caught and he was on shrooms and it was just a catastrophe to his brain at the time. And so he just kicked through the glass of the break room vending machine
yeah.
and got fired because he was on mushrooms and wanted that Rolo so bad.
Oh, poor guy. Did he
The
get the
machine
Rolo,
still
though?
works there to this day. Though.
He got the Rolo. Yeah.
That's good.
6 candy bars is wild, man.
And that
I
was
don't think
after-
I could do it
got
if I
Taco
had
Bell
to.
or Domino's or something. And then I had that. And yeah. It's,
What's the thought process, or is there one when you find yourself in a situation where you're eating 6 candy bars?
Halloween.
in one?
Well,
It's Halloween.
It's you just say it's Halloween, so I
Yeah,
can do this.
that's it.
No, but
But
I've
it's like
seen-
that's different than
No, that's bullshit. I've seen you do it in like I've seen when we go on trips together.
He does eat a
I've
lot of
seen
candy,
you,
but
like,
not
you're on a
6
vacation, it
full-size
doesn't count.
candy
you
bars.
just pull out like 11 pounds of jelly beans and like put them on the table and you're just like, well, I'm gonna finish all these tonight. And I'm like, what?
When you're traveling, rules don't apply.
It really doesn't
You
apply.
travel
you
a
did
lot.
spend $50 American on 4 bags of Skittles.
I think it was 70.
Like here's what I'm trying to get past, right? I can't remember last time I finished a full candy bar, and that's not because I shouldn't, but like whatever.
Yeah.
I haven't done it in a while. I love candy. I'm not gonna say I don't love candy, but like after you finish one, the fact that like the thought was like maybe 5 more.
But you gotta keep in mind what
so
you gotta keep in mind what
insane.
my influences were growing up. My dad would get the whole the Chips Ahoy or the things with the 3 sleeves, the 3
Yes.
tubes of stuff. After like lunch and dinner, would open one of those and just eat the whole thing, like every cookie in there, of like Oreos and stuff and Chips Ahoy.
Just
After
genetic.
just like a normal
Whole
lunch.
sleeve every time.
Not a whole sleeve, a whole triple sleever.
Whoa. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And then if he was feeling a little saucy, he would crumble them up in a bowl of ice cream and then eat it
now that-
like
I'm
that.
back on
So
board.
so you
He's right.
guys like give me 300 grams of sugar. Like let's go.
Oh yeah.
So I know where it is for me. It's like, man, that dopamine rush of just biting into anything that has sugar in it is irresistible.
I will not be able. Like I had to. I remember Bacalar at the 28th Street office. They had a thing of Starburst at the front
Yeah.
desk, and then they had a thing of like little miniature Snickers and Three Musketeers and stuff. And I just had to set like a hard rule for myself because it's like I know I can't stop with that
Yeah,
shit.
20 an
And so it's
hour.
like, I
That's-
can't
that's
even
what
like
you- yep.
crack the door open or I'm going to kick it down. You know, like I can't. Moderation's tough. with me.
Important. Yeah.
So I
makes
can't
sense.
even start. You know, with the candy and stuff.
Scary.
Yeah.
So fuck Clark bars is what we're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
fuck a
Thank you,
Clark bar.
caller.
I'm just glad I never got into drugs. It would have been a bad situation. Trust me.
I mean, sugar is not a drug, but like you certainly have
but
some
if I
kind of
like tried
dependence.
Coke once, I would go. I would
No,
just
Caffeine's
always
a
be doing
drug.
Coke. I'm sure.
Fun.
Caffeine's a drug.
But like, I mean, I'm like pulling from my memory. Didn't they say that like cocaine and Oreos have very similar addictive properties?
I listen. I
believe
done
that, sure.
I've allegedly done both. I would way rather have an Oreo than do more cocaine.
Sure.
Yeah,
I agree
and
with
also, Dan, you do like demonstrate similar like issues with your sugar addiction. Like I could, like, you know what I mean? Like I gotta set rules.
That's
like
what he's saying.
do.
Like, yeah, it's like it would be way worse if it was like even more addictive than sugar. Yeah.
Well, I just
Yeah.
can't have it in the house. If I have it in the house, I'm absolutely going to go nuts on it. So that's how you fix it. is you just,
the first time I saw you really blow up with that was the bombathon. I think when you were just like. You kind of were like showing off a little bit. You were like, "Yeah, I'll finish this whole fucking thing." You what? I'm like,
Of what?
"Oh, Starburst."
oh yeah, I will. I could eat 1,000 Starbursts in one sitting.
I don't want
think I'm
you
kidding.
to.
I don't
In the
think
same
I'm
way, I
kidding.
didn't want Jan to eat 9 hot dogs. I don't want you to eat
How many
1,000
Starbursts
Starbursts.
is it? How many
12,
Starbursts is it? in a
12
pack?
are in a standard size thing.
He knows that.
1,000 in one sitting?
You're saying that you could eat.
Okay.
That's a lot, man.
I think I could.
Hang on. All right.
You
Google.
could eat
How many
10.
I
ounces
might pass out before that.
is a
Yeah,
package
dude.
of Starburst?
in one sitting. How many do you think you can get in your mouth at the same time?
Oh, I don't eat fast, so this would be like I'd have to take a day off. Or
I
we could
wonder-
just stream it
I think
if
you
that's
would
what
get
I'm
walking-
saying.
you
We're
would get
walking
sick.
further and further away, I think, from the realm of possibility.
Listen.
I think the actual bounds of this has to be over the course of February, from February 1st to February 28th.
Yeah.
You should have to try to consume 1,000 Starbursts.
Carry the one.
This
Yeah,
seems
you-
like a bad
So
idea.
no,
considering
this is
everything
just-
I just described about my
Guys,
brain
everyone,
and body.
flag on the play. Flag on the play. This
Yeah.
is another situation where Dan does not understand what this really looks like.
How many 1,000 is?
How
can
many
picture
1,000
this.
Starburst is? You could not do it. I guarantee you would like fall ill.
37.5 pounds of Starburst.
Yeah, you would fall ill. In the
You-
same way you
you-
can't have like
Okay.
10 pounds of cheese like
when
you tried
say
to say you could.
37.5, okay, that's
I might have done the math wrong, but okay, let's say I did the math wrong. In that case, it would be 3.75 pounds if I like got a zero wrong.
One of those is
no.
way easier because you
That's
can
like-
get a big burger.
But
It's like
you
swallowing like 6 bowling balls. I can't do that.
what did you say about the cheese once? How many pounds? You were like, I'll fucking
I
eat
don't
20
want to
pounds
make
of cheese. or
I
something.
don't want to make cheese statements before Mary Kish comes to town because that didn't go well for me last year. So
Oh, buddy.
I can't make claims. Like
I've been
that.
talking to
She's a
Mary
menace.
this week.
Yeah, you
Let
gotta
me
get your
tell
cheese
you.
ambassador before you can make cheese statements. You gotta
Yeah.
be careful with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in for it, bud. Let me just say.
Yeah, maybe not 1,000 then. 250, not a problem.
It's still a psychotic amount of
Yeah. Okay.
Starburst.
So we like 30. Yeah, it would be like 37 pounds because like seven ounces per 12-piece package. So I mean,
But that-
just
does
two
that include
packages
the
is a pound.
37 divided by 4. So that's only 9.25 pounds. I could do 9.25 pounds of Starburst.
Man, I love you got that.
No, I don't know if you can, pal.
ape-
I don't
the
think
dough
I don't
gimmick.
think you could consume 10 pounds. Of
Yeah, I
anything.
think you get sick. I think you get way sick before you realize what's happening.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
would feel no because the time I ate the whole pecan pie and I almost died when I was making the Game Informer video.
All right, and that's
that was just
nowhere
one
near.
pie.
That's nowhere near all the Starburst you're teasing us with.
How
God,
many
that
calorie
pecan pie
that
had a
is?
lot of sugar in it, though.
Yeah, I didn't realize how unhealthy pecan pies were. It was my first pecan pie, and I just like,
Yeah, it's just
ate a whole
sugar
one.
and butter.
And where the fuck did you
The
get
nuts
that
are a vessel.
calculator?
You don't know how I live. I need
Do you
these.
graph on? What the fuck? You have one too?
Oh, look at us.
You don't?
What? Wait, you
No!
guys, why do you guys have like old
Nobody sends
timey
me
accountant calculators? Is this a
Don't
bit?
grab, it's fine.
You did this for a bit? Oh my god!
hell yeah.
I like those switches though. They sound really nice.
Yeah,
Ooh, that sounds.
It should have paper.
I just hit myself in the nose.
Yeah.
Yo, I want one of those. Right now.
They actually work as like, the keypad for a keyboard and stuff, but then it could just be a calculator too.
That's neat. Why do
I
you guys
found
have-
it. Listen, Jeff Backlar, I found it. I'll send you the link and we can get it ourselves.
There's
Okay.
a little dongle
Because
here.
they're not
built into
telling
it.
us where to get it.
8-bit
Oh, it's probably an
dough.
8-bit dough.
8-bit dough,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you, caller. I guess Grub, your
Yo.
turn.
Oh, okay. Dress up, please.
Hey, Dupperinies. I'm just coming to you with a fashion query. I feel like everyone on their day off, they just wear like underwear and a t-shirt. They don't have to leave the house. But I feel this need to just dress up all the time. I've got a button-up and slacks on right now, dress shoes. All I did today was play video games and get my hair cut. Do any of y'all ever, I know you, Jan, want to dress up and look good all the time, but do any of y'all feel the need to just look good on your day off? I don't know. All right, bye.
Thank you,
Great
caller.
question, caller. Thank you.
A couple possibilities here, right? That one, they're just like a very fancy boy, or two, they're
That
a
was Mike.
serial
It sounded
killer,
like Mike
right?
Mahardy.
It could be a serial killer.
You think it's one or the other there, Jeff? Or
there's more possibilities, sure, but I mean, those are the two ones that come to mind first.
I'm fine with everything except the shoes. Putting shoes, like wearing dress shoes in your home,
crazy.
is nuts to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You can wear whatever you want, look good, feel good, do whatever you want. But if you're putting shoes on to sit on your couch, you've made a grave error, and I think you need to take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror because you look great.
Yeah,
I put shoes on when I go in my garage because I want to get like garage
That's
stuff on my
fair,
feet.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
outside.
normal. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, but you wouldn't put dress shoes on to go into your garage. Of course not.
I think people don't dress up enough, which is to say that like I think people have a very restrictive idea of what their wardrobe is and where they should be wearing stuff. So if you have an idea of what you should be wearing all of the time because you wear it so frequently, then your brain is like, oh, well, this is all I can wear. But then if you take a step back and are like, oh, actually, I can kind of wear more stuff when I'm in my downtime that normally I wouldn't wear, then that opens you up to wearing more and more things. So if like the first step of your process is to wear stuff like you're going to work, that's fine. But I also do think that you could probably invest in some soft pants. Would be nice. Could interest you in giantbomb.com/store.
Those joggers are real nice.
They're real nice.
I think I wish I was more of someone that would dress up, but I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm at home. Give me soft pants.
Yeah. I totally understand and respect the idea of getting dressed up. I get that. I want to say maybe that was me for like 3 months of my life, and then I just sort of like moved on. But I get it. Yes, for me, in my work from home hellscape that I've been in going on 4 years now, joggers all day, every day.
Yeah.
Like I'm imagining this person's fit, right? They're someone who's fit and they like want to like show off the fact that they're like feeling good, look good, right? Like there's no chance.
I get it. If that feels good too, you should feel
right,
good.
yeah.
If it makes you feel good, do it.
Right,
Right?
because you have more clothes options too, because there's
Yeah.
more clothes for fit-looking people and things like that.
Like-
So yeah, I get it.
I'll say this: like all of my nice clothes are stuck in 2020.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
makes
I
sense.
want someone to dress me. I need someone to come in and say, "All right,
Style you.
Bacalar, you're like early 40s guy. Like I've definitely lost weight since I wore clothes, and I feel like I want to figure it out. I want to have a wardrobe. I want to wear something nice to LA.
Should we get a stylist for
Sure.
for
I think we are.
Game Award stuff?
We are. They're not providing wardrobe, but there is someone that will be there that will tell us what we have that would
How
look
much?
good.
How $20 could be if they provide wardrobe.
I mean, there's like
What would it
fashion
cost?
district right there.
$15?
Yeah.
It can't be
Hey,
access
listen,
to
we're gonna
shirt.
we could pay them an exposure.
Exactly.
Right.
I made a
Yeah,
huge
no,
mistake.
wear whatever you want.
I made a huge mistake when I started the WWE. Not that I could have known, but like I didn't have any nice clothes at all because I just
Yeah.
come from like all these years in game stuff, and everyone just wears t-shirts and jeans. And they're like, "Well, you need suits all the time. When you're backstage, you got to wear suits. You know, events will freak out." And so, oh shit! So I went and I bought a bunch of suits, thinking I was going to be on the road every single week. And I started in January of 2020. So very quickly that turned into, oh, I'm wearing the top part of a suit on the Zoom call with Triple H and joggers underneath. And I did not need to buy 6 nice suits
That's really
to be in my closet. Yeah.
I selfishly have to bring this up. Someone in chat was like, "Aren't you wearing a toupee to LA?" And
Yeah, did we go down that path?
I would do it. I would absolutely do
Oh,
it.
are we
If
talking
you-
about the toupee queen or whatever of New Jersey?
Listen, if you get me like a good looking, well, it would just be after a while, everyone would be like, "What the fuck, man?" And
I think if
I
it looks
like
so
it.
good, most
I
people
think
be
it's
like,
okay.
"Holy shit, dude, that's awesome."
well, maybe I'll just do it for like at night.
Okay.
But you
Okay.
can't mention it. Here we're mentioning
Well,
it, but
yeah,
not on
right.
the
Why you don't
thing
mention-
itself. You just need to show it off.
Yeah, we just say, "Hey, a nice haircut," right?
Yeah, I'll constantly be like running my hands through it and
Yeah,
whatnot,
yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Okay, Nikki, could you look into someone that does like nice toupees in LA?
Yep.
Let's see what we can do.
Let's see what we can do here.
Her name is Lego Hugs.
Oh yeah, let's fucking
Okay.
Web-
All of
That'd be
Grub's
sick.
hair is in my bathtub.
Now, okay,
I would
now
just leave it
can
there,
you
tell them
Tell
there
me
next
some
time.
more about
Yeah,
that.
during Extra Life, my sister wearing a gingerbread man suit cut off Jeff Grubb's hair, which is why it is the way you see it now. I've never taken a bath in that tub, so all I've done is have it filled with macaroni and cheese,
And my
broken
hair.
my finger in it, and filled it with Jeff Grubb's hair.
Well,
Ooh, that's like
not
the
just my
sin
hair.
tub. Yeah.
Also, Mike Minotti's facial hair mixed
Oh,
together with
yeah.
my hair
Everything
in
but the
one
mustache.
bathtub.
Yep,
Yeah.
and then I had
Like
to,
some
when I
sort
cleaned it
of
up,
witch's potion.
I sent them a picture of my trash can, which was just a weird amalgamation of Grubb's head hair and Minotti's facial hair.
That's
I like that.
scary.
I like it.
Could you all picture a inflatable gingerbread person holding scissors coming right at you to get you? That's
That was
it
in
is-
Silent Hill.
It
Yeah.
is scarier than I could describe.
But you're
it was
already delirious.
horrifying.
Here, if you want to see, this is what the two guys' hairs put together looks like.
All right. Maybe you keep
that's
some
kinda-
some
that was-
stuff to yourself.
that
Whole of the
looks-
year
it
right there.
looks like a dog in a trash can.
Yeah.
With a paper plate and a beer can. The saddest photo ever.
Okay, so it's only. Do you want to be in a video? Yes or no? It's cheaper if you let her film you.
Oh.
Yeah, he would.
Well,
Okay, so
let's,
it's only
let's see what the
$1,000.
budget is. Let's see what the price is, and then we'll make a
It's
decision.
$1,000.
Oh,
But
that's
you have
not
to fly to San
grand.
Diego in 2 days because the next available appointment is on December 15th.
It's too late.
Unless you want to go to Utah.
No.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so you got to fly
We
to
can go,
San
we
Diego
can go
in 2
snowboarding.
days.
And go skiing. Let's do it. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I got plans.
We're not busy.
I'm a little busy. All right. Still, it doesn't have to be that good of a toupee. Maybe.
maybe $500 toupee.
$500
Yeah.
toupee.
Can we find that one?
Okay, I'll look.
While you're looking, Nikki, why don't you choose the next voicemail?
Hit me with prairie dogs for 500.
Yo, what up, Dumpers? Greg from Phoenix here. Do you remember field trips when you were a kid at school? One time we went to the zoo as kids, and one of the biggest rules of the zoo is you can't touch the animals. And this dumbass named Carlos tried to pet the prairie dogs, and then they bit the tip of his finger off, and there's blood everywhere. And we were kids, and we were all screaming. Anyways, long story short, what is the craziest shit to happen at a school field trip for you? Love you. Bye bye.
That's awesome.
Oh, I got one.
Thank you, caller. I can't tell if that's the kid's fault.
Well, they said don't pet it. Well,
But why are you letting the kid get that close to the
yeah,
prairie
you
dog?
shouldn't let them get that close. Yeah. Well, those prairie dogs, don't they just pop out of the ground all over the place in a field? And maybe they didn't think they were close and just popped up
aren't-
and took his finger and ran away.
Yeah, give the kids mallets, I guess. I don't know what to say. Whack a prairie dog, right?
Whack a dog, yeah.
One time on a field trip, there's no elegant way to tiptoe around it. Kid in the back, explosive diarrhea on the bus.
Oh yeah.
Bus had to
Oh,
pull
yeah.
over, get a
In
new
the-
bus.
In the bus toilet or no?
No, this is this school bus was not equipped with that
No,
equipment.
just the pants.
Just the pants, and just like, and the best was that like he was in the back in a seat by himself, and you know, everyone who's ridden on a school bus knows the back is where the bumps are felt the most, and
Yes.
I don't know, maybe one just he got knocked loose.
It dislodged it. Yeah.
Yeah, who knows the circumstances that's transpired. Nevertheless, real bad experience for that guy. He turned out okay. New bus.
The
field
president of
trip
the
was
United
safe.
States now.
That is true. Yeah, that adversity really set him off on a trajectory. Let's just say that. Yeah, that's the story I got. What about you guys?
It's not a. It technically it does count as a field trip because it was a school sanctioned trip, but it was not a trip that I was on. It's just a trip that happened at my high school. Disneyland does this thing called grad night where they close the park early at night. Well, it's gone through various iterations, but it used to be that they closed the park early and then it was just be high schoolers inside of the park.
Oh,
The kid of the math teacher who I hated went to the school also, and he thought it would be really cool to do a bunch of acid, like a lot of acid. Had never done acid before, high schooler, so had like a couple of tabs.
Ooh.
And then went into Disneyland, and if you can believe it, started to have a bad time. And
Weird.
So then he got arrested by Disneyland police and then put into the Disney holding pen, which is just a conference room underneath.
Oh man, it's
City
not
Hall,
themed.
and he was
Darn.
in Disney jail. Yeah.
wow.
And then
What do you
he
think-
was banned from Disneyland for a little bit.
How would Mike Minotti react at Disneyland on acid?
Not great.
Not
Yeah, it was-
I think he would have 100% of the time on acid a bad time.
Yeah, but I just wonder. I agree with that. I just wonder if Disneyland specifically would give him.
I think
a
it would
different
be.
experience.
I think it would like potentially harm his feelings about Disneyland.
Yeah,
Like,
I
would
gotta
be bad.
trust.
You don't want
I gotta trust Grub here. Like, Dan, I'm with you on paper. Mwah, sounds amazing. I want to pay for that. I want to be a
I want
part
to be
of
in
it.
this space. I want every part of it.
Again, like Dan, you've seen like Whiny Mike a little bit now.
Yeah.
I think if we were there with him while it was happening, it would be worse for us.
Yeah,
like, just
that's
having to
it.
deal with
Yeah.
him.
Massive backfire from every
Yes, it
angle.
would
Like,
be-
It'd
yeah.
be really bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, it's almost to a point where I'm like now sad at the moment. I just,
Yes, exactly. Emotional for us.
Because
Yeah.
you're
You
just
can't do
like-
that. It's illegal.
you would
can't
see
do that.
how immediately we all collectively realized how
Oh, we
terrible of a
fucked up.
decision this
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
And we would just cry, I think. I think we'd all wind up crying. Yeah, that's life. What can I tell you? Don't worry, Mike. You're safe with us.
Dan, did you have one? You seemed like you were kind of reeling over there.
You know, it's bad when I'm debating if I should tell a story.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. I love it.
Not
So now you have
proud.
to.
Not proud. This isn't like a cool
let's
guy
get one of
story.
those.
It was, oh God, we were like 12 years old probably, and there was a class trip to Washington, D.C., and we were at peak group of shitheads, dumbass kids.
Don't tell me
And so
it's-
there were like, people putting laxatives in people's drinks before the flight. There were fucking like just a bunch of just shitheads. Like we were all trying to like outdo each other. People falling asleep on the plane and getting peanuts shoved up their nose and all sorts of just dumb shit. We've got laser pointers at the mall while we were there. And like I remember being on a bus between places at night and kids were like shining the laser pointer out like at people driving in their eyes and shit. Like just not
Just throwing rocks off of overpasses down onto drivers,
I mean,
stabbing drifters.
similar
setting
levels
off-
of danger.
Just
And
setting off fireworks in public spaces.
Assassinating Kennedys. Just going crazy.
And as you can, shockingly, when I was 12 and surrounded by a bunch of mischief, I was fired up and getting in on the action. And my target was this guy, Mike, that I was just like constantly just razzing and doing stuff with the whole time.
Man.
And it exploded at the Holocaust Museum.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew. That's exactly where my mind went when you said DC. And now we're fucking here. You predictable son of a bitch.
Oh no!
And you can imagine a group of idiot 12-year-olds not paying any attention, not understanding the gravity of the place or what they're trying to teach you at all, and we're all just fucking with each other the whole time. And I think what I did that sent him over the edge was I kept giving Mike flat tires as we were walking.
Oh, with his sneaker.
Yeah, and like taking a sneaker off. And in the middle of the Holocaust Museum, he freaked out and started screaming. And he took his hat off. He had like a baseball cap and starts chasing me. And I got scared. So I start running like, stop him. And he's like hitting me with his hat. And like we got stopped by the Holocaust Museum staff and very much told that we cannot be doing that shit in there. And I felt like a horse's ass.
Oh boy.
They'll get you.
Yeah.
And now you're normal.
Now I would not do that at the Holocaust Museum.
See? It works.
That is. They should have put you in
works.
jail.
I was shamed deeply.
They should have put you in jail.
Yeah.
I
mean, it did probably teach me the gravity of the place, whereas I wasn't paying attention before. And it's like,
it was all worth it, wasn't it?
Well,
He did give Mike Mike Minotti flat tires in front of the Holocaust stuff at the Chocolate Museum. So, like, that's a little downgrade.
That is, yeah, I've grown up.
Downgrade.
Yeah.
God.
Unspeakable trauma. Like, yeah, man.
Can't win them
Yeah.
all.
That's why I was running the mental math of like, oh boy. All right, that's the
You're
first thing
only
that came to
12.
my mind.
Listen, you're only 12 once.
It's true.
You're
Yeah.
allowed to kind of do a lot of stuff when you're 12
Yeah.
Yeah,
that you can't get away with now.
that's.
I think it's fine.
Okay. I wouldn't
Thank
do
you,
it again.
Nikki. Nikki,
Can you
the
imagine
judge.
a 40-year-old man doing that? At
Nikki
Holocaust
passing
Museum?
judgment.
Flat tire, bitch.
Man.
To a child, to a 12-year-old.
To a 12-year-old, that's funny.
See,
Oh, yeah. I was 25. I didn't. Nothing but
yeah, they were 12. I was 25.
Mike was 12. Yeah.
See, that's what worries me now because Dib is entering like his demon arc. Well, he's about to. He's still a good boy, but he's getting to the point where he's gonna be 12 soon. And
Yeah.
I stand by, like, especially boys from essentially like 10 to 16 are garbage. And
They'll do anything.
I kind of want him to like move out for 6 years and then come back.
Sure.
And, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
It's
when
going to
you're
be
like,
bad. Yeah.
Put them in a bubble.
Yeah, send him to military school. That always works.
That always works.
Yeah.
Kids love that.
Yeah.
Kids love it when you take them away from everything that they've ever held dear, and then you send them away to people they don't know or like.
It
and
always
then
works
tell them to
well.
live
Like,
there.
Yeah.
Full Metal
Well,
Jacket. Yeah.
Turn out normal, yeah.
I love that
so-
documentary.
well, so now we know what kind of person you were at 12, Dan.
Yes.
And I feel like we have a good idea of what Grub was like in those years. Maybe not. What kind of were you like the trouble? Like it sounds like Dan was like the out loud annoying trouble. What kind of trouble were you?
I would give back, but I was never initiating. I was never like, let's start some shit. But if my friends were like, hey, we're doing this, we're gonna do the nut tap thing. I'm like, okay, I'll tap some nuts. Sure, yeah.
So you
My
weren't
nuts
the
been
shit
tapped
stirrer.
thousands of
You just were like complacent.
I was like, I was happy to be on my own, left alone, doing my own thing. I was always entertained. I didn't need this outer stimuli to like feel something. I was, I think, pretty well adjusted compared to this fucker Dan. Jesus.
Well, context. Before that was the year I went to public school. Every year prior to that, I went to Catholic school, relentlessly bullied. So that's when I was just like, nobody pay attention to me. I just don't want anybody to look at me. They're going to bully me. They're going to whatever. And then all of a sudden I go to sixth grade. I go to public school. And everyone likes me and thinks I'm funny. And I'm just like, whoa. And so I just I was making like comedy cassette tapes and selling them at school and stuff.
Hell yeah.
I was like fucking like class
Like you're
clown.
in Times Square.
We got to get our hands on that tape. That's all
I
I
have
say.
looked for it. It probably would not be aired, I'm sure.
We got to get our hands on that tape. Is what I'm saying.
I have the
Andrew
music.
You
Dice
I
can't
impression.
cancel a kid.
I have the
Yeah,
comedy
it's true.
album I made in 1998 when I was like 14 using MTV Music Generator for the PS1. The Killer
Again.
Cup Cops was the band. Yeah.
The killer what?
The
Cops?
Killer Cup Cops.
Cup cops. I thought you said cuck cops. I was like, that's
No,
crazy.
I don't think we had that word back then. No.
Wow.
I do have
Whoa,
one of
ahead
the
of your
music videos
time,
still on my
truly.
hard drive. Yeah.
And then Nikki, what do you think you'll be like when you're 12?
When I turn 12, it's gonna be huge. When I was 12, I was really annoying because I was clearly so like ADHD pilled at the time that I was like,
Unpilled, yeah.
I would rather be doing anything else than this shit that I already understand and don't want to or need to do.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I was acting out in boring ways. Like I was like constantly talking in class because I didn't feel like I needed to pay attention. And then people would be like, can you please shut the fuck up? And I would be like, well, maybe if Alice read faster, we wouldn't fucking be here.
You're not wrong.
So
You're not wrong.
that's the kind of 12-year-old I was.
All right, very
And
good.
then when I was in my like middle school experience, like my classes were so small. Like my 6th grade class was 12 kids. My
Wow.
8th grade class was like 18 kids max, probably.
Wow.
So like it was really like a small, tiny like community of fucking weirdos.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks to everyone for opening up about their childhood a little bit there. That's how we heal. It's how we grow. It's my turn, and I am going to choose Tendy debate.
Hey, Dumpers. This is Alex from Spokane. I just want to talk about the chicken tendy debate. Just want to throw in Red Robin's collection fries. They are far superior to anything you will possibly get anywhere else. Holy shit, they've just figured out the breading. Chicken's amazing. Holy fuck. I mean, I don't think they get enough credit. And like the ranch on top of that is just the best. But yeah, I love you guys. Bye.
You too.
All right.
Thank you,
I
Colin.
think we said this last time.
Yeah.
That we should do a chicken tender and like
Taste
fry
off?
taste test, and like
Yeah,
and have
we
and then
can do
have
that.
Dan do the soda test just to see. Like Dan would have to do. You would have to do your best to try
I
to
would
guess
try.
which one's which. Yes, and then.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm just gonna Slack Emma about this right now so we don't forget.
Does
You want to do it at night?
Yeah, for GB at night. Yeah.
Yeah. Is the debate that the tendies have to be from fast food?
No,
I
I,
don't-
think it was just
It's
sort of
not-
like
just
which is
generally.
best, right?
If
like
you
I
got
think we were
something
just-
better, I think it could. We'll hear it.
Okay.
You know,
well,
yeah, go ahead.
oh no, I was just saying because I don't think Red Robin is fast food.
No.
No, it's like
Is it like
themed
Friendly's?
fast
No,
casual.
No, Red
like-
Robin. So just a sit down restaurant.
It's like
yeah.
a Fridays.
Yes.
Yes. Except
I
it's
thought fr-
burgers.
I thought TGI Fridays had good chicken fingies. I'm a
I've
fan.
had some good tenders recently. I'm trying to remember where I had them.
After last week, I did get Dairy Queen. I got Dairy Queen tenders. I got the saucy
got
tenders.
hot.
Would you like to
you got
apologize for
grill?
what you said about
yeah,
hot eats?
I mean, would you like?
I did not dislike. They were good. They tasted good. I would not put them above like certainly like a Popeyes or a KFC or anything like that. But like I enjoyed eating them.
Okay.
There's
And
a
the
place.
fries were not terrible.
There's a place near me that does like there's something. It's almost like they're like cornflake crusted. Like they're just really crispy
fucking
and
talking.
you know and like when I bite into a tendy, I want that white meat to be like as you know not stringy and just like you know like there's a big difference between the fast food frozen. I mean, it's mostly all frozen, but like it's just there's I think there's a very noticeable quality that's out there. You know what I mean? Oh man.
How we get
yeah.
a deep fryer, right? In the office?
Yeah, hot dog machine and a deep
Hot dog
fryer.
machine and a deep fryer. Because I mean, there's nothing we need more than a vat of hot oil sitting right next to Jeff Grubb while he sits there for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Honestly, I won't work any other way. I demand it.
What's the worst fried thing you've had? Like a carnival adjacent sort of shit.
I
One
never go in
time-
for that stuff very frequently, so I haven't had
Yeah.
too many of it.
I
I like
really-
funnel cake. That's my kryptonite.
You don't like funnel cake?
No, I do.
Oh, you
I
do.
love
like
it.
Funnel cakes are
We were
fantastic,
about
yeah.
to fight.
I had funnel cake fries the other day. Where they just make like instead of the funnel cake that looks like
Yeah,
the brain,
stringy,
right?
yeah.
They just did like little sticks.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you're just like,
great.
of
You dip
course. Yeah, of course. You dip them in Nutella. Like, of course you do.
That's a freaking dream. One time I went to a fair when I was living in Rhode Island and I got fried Oreos, and the second to last one, there were two left in the basket or whatever.
Yeah.
Last one was delicious. And then I bit into the second to last one was delicious, and I bit into the last one, and I think it was just like breading and oil Like
Oh,
there was
shit.
I would love that.
like Oreo inside. No, it was terrible. Like it tasted rancid because I think it had like maybe was like stuff that had sunk to the
oh, what a
bottom
freak
that got
accident.
scooped out of the thing.
See, I think I would
Horrible.
legitimately love
Miserable.
that.
Well, you would like Zeppelis. Like you've had a Zeppeli, right?
No.
It's just like a little fried ball of dough.
That does sound really good.
Yeah,
I
it's just-
remember thinking of this, like I thought it wasn't a crazy thing to desire that. And I remember there's that old South Park episode where Cartman just gets the bucket of the skin, the chicken skin, and he's eating it, and everyone acts like he's
Yeah.
weird. And I'm like,
That's-
what are you talking about? Like I would order that immediately if that was a real thing.
You can
Well,
do that.
Yeah, I don't
You
know
can
if
just
you're
order the
getting like
skin?
full off that, but
I
you
would.
know.
There's a place called La Cita here in Chinatown. They got fat or chicken skin. That
sounds great.
Get.
Sure, let's go.
Do you like
man,
chicharrones, Dan?
What's that?
It's pork skin, fried
Yeah, pork
skin.
rinds, right?
Oh, the like puffy ones, the like styrofoam thing.
Yeah.
They're all right. I have to be in the mood for them, I think. Yeah,
They're, they're a bit much, yeah.
yeah. But no, I've liked when I've had them.
Yeah, I like that crap. I've legit seen the fried stick of butter on a stick.
Yeah, I
But
don't think
they
I've
do
ever
that in
seen it in person.
Minnesota State Fair, they do that. They
saw-
had deep
saw it
fried
once.
ranch this year at the Minnesota State Fair.
How do you
Like
do
ranch
that?
dressing, deep fried.
So it was like a corn dog with ranch inside or something
No, I
like
think
that?
what they
No,
do is they freeze stuff like that. They freeze the ranch and then put the breading around it, and then they deep fry that real fast.
Yep.
And then they
Sure.
take it out, and then it's encased as it like melts.
Okay.
Yep.
I like the
sounds good.
Oreos. I think that's good. Can't really go much beyond that though.
Oro ranch.
Only one or two. Like people who are like, this serving of fried Oreos is all for me. I can't do that.
Yeah, no way. I mean, I'll eat a whole fried Twinkie, I guess.
I fucking, what was it, 2 weeks ago, Grub? I remember messaging you because I was so blown away. The first time I tried Oreos and milk, and it was fucking awesome.
It is
Yeah.
insane that you went to nacho cheese before you put those fries in.
I probably had 150 nacho
Nicky, I
cheese
didn't even-
Oreos before I had it with milk.
Didn't even occur to me. I was so flabbergasted that this grown man was trying to tell me how good Oreos and milk is that I didn't even think about the fact that he is the nacho cheese on Oreo guy.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like Oreos. And so the nacho cheese is like, oh, I kind of spiced it up. Now it's good. But it turns out milk is like arguably
That's
better.
great on those things. Yeah, that's right.
Like, Grub can attest. I sent him, this was not on
Yeah,
content.
I'm-
I sent
I'm-
him
yeah,
a
sure.
personal
Oh, you
message
sent
and be
on
like,
Discord.
holy shit, have you tried Oreos and milk?
Yeah, everyone knows
He was like
Oreos
sending
and
pictures and stuff. Like he was like showing like
Okay, wait. So what's your process? What's your you have Oreos and milk and
Well-
you're going to eat them. How do you do it?
So I had Oreos here because I normally don't have Oreos, but we had Extra Life here, and I was like, oh, cool. Kayla's never tried Oreos and nacho cheese, so I got them. So they were in the house, and then they all left. And I was like, I still got these Oreos, might as well eat them. And then Bonk was like, you have to try that with milk. That's the only way to do it. And so I just took them downstairs, and shocking, I wound up eating like 30 of them in one sitting and felt like shit afterwards.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I was just dipping them with my pinky, like pinching them and putting.
Oh
them
yeah, I
in. And
understand
then-
what the method is. Yeah.
well, but
sure.
then Jan, because I was venting isn't the word, but I was raving to Grub, Minotti, and Jan about how good they were. And Jan's like, oh, try this. And he sent a picture of like a fork inside the cream part.
push
going.
into
Yeah.
the cream and then you just dip it.
like
Yeah,
a
okay.
classy,
So
like a classy person.
on November 5th at 3:12 p.m., I just dipped Oreos in milk for the first time, and it's good as hell. And then the first reply here is from Jana Cho, who says, "What?" And then Dan says, "Yeah, Bonk just suggested it. This is crazy. They're like 10 times better this way." Oh my God! I fucking love cookies and cream shakes and ice cream. I can't believe I've never tried this. I thought the cookies and cream just referred to the Oreo components, but maybe milk was implied.
In ice cream. Wait a minute.
It says Milk's favorite cookie on the box.
I
Yeah, it
noticed
does say
that for the
that.
first time when I was eating those.
Yeah,
And I was
no,
like,
it's
it's right
fine.
there. It's like,
Yeah.
this is not a puzzle.
After this raving, no one replied to him. Everyone's just like, "Gee, we can't deal with this, Dan."
True.
We started talking about whether or not we raised more money using noobs than noobs made the box office. So that was our next conversation.
I was like, maybe they're running out to get it to try it themselves.
I actually haven't had Oreo in milk in quite some time. I used to do it all the time.
It's
as a
good
Get on
kid.
the
as
train.
hell. I do it with
But
almond milk, so I don't know if
You
it's different with
put
shoe
Fine.
milk.
Oh, that's
Fine.
nuts.
I should try it
Yeah.
with shoe milk.
Until you've had real cow piss, you've never lived. Let me tell you.
You put 4 or 5 Oreos in a cup. You take the milk. You pour the milk over the Oreos in the cup. and then you get a spoon or a fork.
Yeah, you just let it
and
fall
then you
apart.
get them out that
Let
way.
them disintegrate in the milk.
I think this is the second time I've said this exact thing on this program.
It's like,
but it's the only way to eat these
But
things.
it didn't strike me the first time, probably because I didn't know how good they were just normal.
Yeah, but now that you've seen the light, now that
I
you
want
know
that
the
now.
way,
I want like a gallon, and I want to put like
Fill
a
the whole
sleeve of Oreos in there and
Like
shake it up and
pour
like
half the
bring it to
gallon
the-
out, replace that volume just with Oreos.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
be like that guy at the gym that brings his whole like protein shake thing, but I'm gonna bring a gallon of Oreos.
You're gonna be in your backyard with like 7 gallons. You're gonna look like a meth cook.
with the fucking
there's nothing
safety
stopping
goggles.
you right now from getting a blender bottle with that little metal fucking Oreo.
oh, yeah.
I have one. I
Milk and
have one
Oreos in
upstairs.
there right
I
now.
have one
Although the
upstairs.
Oreos will never come out of that thing. Yeah.
That's fine. That's what spoons are for.
Man, it's like, oh, what other very obvious discoveries will he make next? You guys try peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah,
I mean,
consumed
that's kind of a new one for me
television as
too,
a
but-
kid. Like you saw the advertisements. It was all about dunking the Oreos in the milk. They
I
had the whole-
honestly haven't paid much attention to Oreos in my life.
That, like, you're right, Grub. The blinders on to avoid.
But I wasn't interested, so my brain just went elsewhere when
It was
Oreos.
like a
we know,
cultural
we get
thing,
it,
like
we get it, we get it.
when I was your age, it was like a grandpa or something, like teaching their kid how to eat Oreos, and they like when I was your age, you just twist apart and you could dip each side in, they eat it,
That's
and they made this.
crazy.
Yeah, it was this whole thing, and it was like very
The Mannings
memorable.
were in that. Remember that series, that era where the Manning brothers were in the Oreo commercials?
No, I don't remember.
that just
Manny.
me?
I don't remember that.
It's like
Peyton
there's
and
something.
the other one.
Eli, yeah.
Arch
There's
Manning.
something
yeah.
in your
Arch.
brain that like is like cannot be compromised by like advertising, maybe.
or
which is probably
the
a good
complete
thing.
opposite.
Well, you're right, because we've seen you fall victim to that time after time. I don't know what it is. What is it?
I think if he's like predisposed, if he has decided he cares about something, the advertisement will really, really work. Otherwise, it just doesn't see. I mean, it's not just advertisement. If it's something he doesn't care about, it doesn't
Like-
exist in his brain.
Yeah,
Like, I
it's-
almost
it's
think,
not,
like-
it's not a conscious decision. It's
No,
just how
right.
it functions.
But the lack of like understanding of Oreos and milk is somehow like a societal failure. You know what I mean?
I agree.
No, yeah. So maybe it actually then isn't even Dan's fault.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe it's our fault.
Advertising needed to be better.
Yeah.
Wow, sure.
What if you yelled Oreos at your Xbox?
Oh, I see.
Well, it's a Bojangles branded Xbox.
well,
So I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna work. So
It was the.
I was told that everything around me is an Xbox now. That's what they told me this morning.
Oh yeah.
So
oh, this commercial's insane. It's the Williams sisters and the Manning brothers.
yes.
Sitting across from each other in the double stuffed
like a
Oreo
challenge.
racing league.
Yes.
And the way they race is they got to take the Oreo apart and then they just go to town
They
licking the
lick
hell
it.
out of these
Yeah.
Oreos over and over, and they look fucking mad. It's pretty cool, actually.
I don't
When
like.
you
Yeah.
when you split an Oreo, it is so rare that I do it. But
Yeah.
I never lick the cream out.
No.
I always create a small amount of suction with my tongue and pull the cream off
Oh, you scrape it
of
off,
the
Okay.
of the cookie. So then I have two clean cookie halves.
and you just
And
throw
then
that
the
away.
cream in my mouth. Yeah, I throw those fuckers away.
Well, it's insane that now there is double stuff, and now I believe
Mega stuff.
there's
Mega
more
stuff.
than that, right?
Mega stuff fucking rules.
I personally think that the original Oreo is
You're
the
fucking wrong,
is the
dude.
appropriate balance. It's the right
Jesus
contrast
I
between
think the
cookie
thins
and
are
Oreo.
nice.
No
The thins
way.
are too
You're
too
both
little.
so fucking woke.
No.
Like there's no way.
I like what
that
I
you
like.
both
I mean,
think
well,
I like
it's
what I
gotta
like.
be.
Nikki,
Double
I
stuffed
like what
Oreo
I
is the
like.
only way.
I fucking love almond milk, and I love woke Oreos.mp3 does have to be the name of the podcast. But yes, I do. Hey,
Wait,
at least they went in the opposite direction too, where they were like, maybe we just deliver buckets of frosting and no cookies at all. To
Yeah.
like, maybe we actually cut down.
Cut down. Yeah, we
Right?
have less of every aspect of this. Maybe is actually
yeah.
probably good.
They min-maxed, right? I'm glad they did that.
I see
The
chat saying.
best. Oh,
Chat says, does Dan not know cookies and milk just in general? So hit me with what else if I like the cookie or the
Chocolate chip
Oreos.
cookies.
Chocolate chip
Just you know,
cookie.
any cookie.
I'm not
Yeah,
a chocolate
any
chip cookie
cookie.
guy, but would it be improved like a Oreo?
yeah,
could
that's
be. Yeah.
I love how like the jury in your mind, the jury's still out. You're like, well, has anyone
would
tried
try
this
it.
yet?
Dan Riker, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Uh-huh.
They put
He's like,
milk
don't.
and
He's
cookies
like, I don't know
out.
what you're going with it.
He doesn't come to my dad's house because my dad hates Christmas.
Okay.
And,
Like, just ain't spending money. Let's be
and my
clear. Yeah.
ex-stepdad, it was gin and tonics that Santa wanted.
That Santa wanted.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Not once. Nary
You know
a
what?
cookie or cream or milk on my fireplace.
Okay. I got
When
it.
he starts
I
talking about his
understand.
childhood, things start to click.
Yeah,
you know?
they
I
start to
told
make
you the
sense.
thing about my
Starting to
dad
get
and the
real
Christmas
sad.
tree, right? The one time we had a Christmas tree as a kid.
Yeah, I think you did, but remind us.
The
Short
one
version,
Oh.
he won classic rock trivia. He hated Christmas. He still does, super hates Christmas now. So at his place, because they got divorced when I was 4 and I'd go over there on the weekends, never a Christmas thing in the house, except for when he won classic rock trivia once on 101 The Fox in Kansas City. And the prize was we get to go to a Christmas tree place and we get a free Christmas tree. And I went with him. I was so excited. And he took it home, but it was like they wrap it up in like
Yeah,
wax
the
paper or
netting.
something.
Yeah.
And so
I remember
he
now.
didn't want to have to buy a stand or unwrap it. So he just leaned it wrapped up against the wall. So all Christmas season, just a wrapped up Christmas tree, no lights against the wall.
Oh, it all makes so much sense.
It's like if they
Jingle
were trying
bells,
to show
jingle
a very
bells.
sad, like,
And that was
youth
your only
character
Christmas tree.
That was the
That
only
hates-
Christmas tree that was ever in my dad's
That's
house.
tough.
that hates
Oh,
Christmas
man.
now. Like, it would be that backstory, man.
Do you
Oh,
have-
You
that's
know
rough.
what?
Christmas tree in your house now?
What's that? Oh, me,
When you
I
do
love I
Christmas?
do lights. I do the whole gimmick. I get the
huge.
tree. I get
Good.
the
So
yeah, we do it all.
you've healed that little bit of trauma.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Oh yeah, like my mom was the opposite. She was like crazy Christmas tree everywhere.
Pro-Christmas.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So wait, so your dad was on the opposition side of the war on Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
He fought for the people trying to bring down Christmas. Yeah.
He fought
Yeah,
for the
He
Axis
actively did want to
powers
destroy Christmas
during the
Yeah.
war on Christmas. That's crazy.
Yeah, and he loved it way more once he became a postal worker, and there's just
Sure.
like 8 million times more work and like snow everywhere. So he really liked it then.
Yeah, he's
But
on
then
the front
But
lines.
then you might get like $15 Starbucks or McDonald's gift cards. So
He did like that because they would give him free cookies and stuff like that, and he did very much enjoy the free stuff he would get. Yeah.
Huh. All right. Well, we know who the Scrooge in the group is now.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You know what? It's like an hour and 15 minutes into this fucking podcast, and we didn't even make it through one round.
Oh, hell yeah. I told you it's going to be one of those. Hey, did you guys see when we were talking about going on school field trips? Did you see what Splodge wrote in chat?
No,
No.
remind us.
That when they went on a school field trip to a petting zoo, one of the other kids in their class discovered a dead lamb and put it in their backpack and took it back to school. I had to say it because
Fuck
it's been
yeah,
stuck in my
dude.
brain and I had to get it out. I'm sorry.
yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's been rough over here. That's wow.
but I mean,
How-
like, here's the
How
thing.
old? How old?
Yeah, how old?
I don't
Not the lamb.
I'm not
How old
Splodge.
is the
I don't
kid?
know. I mean, you got to think. Well, you got to be big enough to carry a dead lamb. I don't know,
Yeah, but
man.
there's-
How do
small,
you not
right?
notice a like?
This is
In
before
my head,
chaperones.
the kid is 11, right? Which, like, I don't
Yeah.
really understand.
Well, I mean,
But like the idea, how do you get the whole lamb into the backpack? How big
that's
is the
impressive.
backpack?
Listen, I'm impressed by this kid. I got to be honest.
There's all kinds of questions that this story has bred. I
I mean, like,
That's crazy.
yeah, lambs aren't like baby lambs. They're
Maybe
they're
lambs are
tiny.
small.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
They
but
are.
like-
What was the plan?
yeah, that's what I want to know.
I mean, they probably just really like animals, right? You hope, like, or just like
Yeah.
this thing's so
To
cute
hold
and
it.
sad, and yeah,
Kids also
Oh.
don't know shit.
yeah,
Oh,
they're
this
so
is-
fucking dumb.
This is this is bad. Okay, pivot. We must pivot. New voicemail from
Okay,
chat.
yeah.
Give me pretty cool flex.mp3, please.
Okay, and then we'll do chats one. Yeah. Is Jen?
Yeah, I think Mike killed Jan with that story. I'm sorry, Jan.
Jen, are you okay?
Uh-oh.
Jan's no.
Jen, blink
Wait.
twice.
Oh, it's pretty cool. Flex not working. I think he's clicking on it.
Oh, his.
Oh shoot, my mic
Oh,
died.
no. Oh, no.
well,
How will we
let's-
talk about things on this podcast without
Yeah.
the voicemails?
we should just sit here in silence to make it even that much more frustrating for Jan.
This falls apart. It's the key component. It's the glue.
Should I just play a voicemail off my phone?
Yeah.
Sure, you can do that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
How are you
voicemail.
going to do that?
It's
What
gonna
are you
be like,
talking about? It's a speakerphone.
No, but from our show.
no,
No, just Nikki's personal voicemail.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go for it. Let's hear it.
Hello, my name is Brittany. I'm calling from Junk King on behalf of DM Transportation regarding your Costco return. If you can please give us a call back at 855-888-0112. Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller.
you guys hesitate to do returns because it's just a bit too much work.
Yeah, do you want to take a guess as to what this thing that I'm trying to return is, and they've been trying to call me for 2.5 weeks?
Like one of those under the desk treadmills.
Ah.
Hey, Janichola.
Jan's here.
Oh, okay. Can you hear this?
Yes,
Hey, so there's
Yes.
like
it's a mattress.
a beloved
You're trying to.
ish.
Yeah, we can hear that, Jan.
Okay. I'm going to start it again.
Okay.
Hey, so there's like a beloved discount-ish grocery chain that their store brand of frozen pizzas has a stuffed crust variant that advertises on it 2.5 feet of cheese in the crust.
Oh my God.
And that's a pretty cool flex, right? Love you.
Yeah, it's
Backlar
gross.
earlier when you said advertising either super works on me or super doesn't. I see that. I've never heard of that brand in my life before, and I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that.
Yeah, you're just
Do you
like
have any
empty my
cheese?
wallet.
Yeah.
Do you not
You
have more
gotta measure-
questions? Like 2 feet by what? Like 2 feet by
It's
one?
like 2 by 4.
Oh, for sure.
2 by
It's a
4.
2x4 cheese.
Yeah, 2.5 feet 2 by 4 of cheese. That's a fucking hell yeah. That's a
Standard, it's
pizza.
your standard 2x4 of mozzarella. You know?
Mozzarella.
Hell yes.
It's just
More
like the
food should be
Italians used to
measured
make.
in length.
Yeah, I do like that.
It sounds cool. It's a cool
I mean,
flex.
like,
It
how
is.
powerful was $5 foot long, right? You measure by money
Sure.
and
Yeah.
foot, like you are in business. And now they're like,
Sure.
now they're not in business because they can't do $5 foot longs anymore, and everyone hates Subway now.
Nikki, you probably weren't alive during the Bigfoot pizza, right?
I was not alive during. I only know about the Bigfoot pizza because that's Reggie's baby.
It's Reggie.
It was incredible. This was like the glory days of Pizza Hut. They had the Bigfoot.
Yeah.
The one no one ever talks about anymore is the triple decker, where the crust, the bottom of the crust was 3 layers of cheese. It had the commercial where like a monk or like a priest is like up in his like priest castle and he eats it, and he had like a vow of silence, but he had the cheese crust was so good that he went outside on a hill and he's like, "Fuck!" Like that was like, I don't think he said fuck. I don't think he said fuck, but he yelled.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that too.
You remember that? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
And I was like, I think I ordered that pizza that night, and I was like, fuck, this is great.
Do you know how this stuff ends up happening?
What stuff?
Accidents.
Like cheese, where like this thing is like, oh, we have a new product and it has even more cheese than last time. Do you know how it happens?
Magic? Science? I don't know.
The dairy industry lobbies restaurants to like, you should add a new menu item that has even more cheese than last time. We'll give you a good deal. We'll have dairy farmers provide even more because they like can measure how much cheese is selling year by year. And they're like, if we have a new product like the triple decker, we'll see our sales go up. So they go on there and they talk to companies and make them do this sort of thing.
And God bless them.
Yep. It works.
Yeah, that was your other job path in life. You know,
yeah,
a cheese lobbyist.
salesman.
Yeah.
Cheesemonger Dan Reichert has a nice ring to it. Yeah.
My first job was McDonald's.
Yeah.
The next two
I
were
wouldn't
AMC and
succumb.
Funko Land, so kind of followed that path.
I'm not succuming to the cheese lobby. I think I'm stronger than the cheese lobby.
Oh,
You are.
We
anything
know
they
that.
want, they got me for
Yeah,
volunteer.
Dan's
like,
the cheese merchant. You're
Yeah.
protesting. it.
Volunteering in the cheese wars. Yeah.
When the Got Milk ads came out, what was that like for y'all?
I just
It
remember the like Stone Cold ones. I just remember like the wrestlers doing it.
Yeah. It was also massively successful. It was
Yeah.
like hugely successful.
Yeah, it was just like muscle juice. Everyone was convinced it was muscle juice.
Right. We might have thought about it for like half a second. Like, this is weird. They're just advertising milk. But then it just became this cultural phenomenon of like, oh my God, the celebrity of the Got Milk commercial. And we're like, I don't know why we cared, but we really did.
Yeah,
Michael
like
Bay's
it was.
milk.
Yeah.
I also think it's there was just like one real line of communication. It was during
Yeah,
the-
so you
Yeah,
had
we-
to.
it
You
was the
had to get the
monoculture,
milk.
yeah.
you know, like that's it.
But it was like
took o-
those
you know.
ads would be in every magazine though too. Like
Yeah.
they were in video game magazines for sure.
We had them in like our cafeteria. Like
Sure.
I have
Yeah.
a very vivid memory of I think one of the Williams sisters
Sure.
with the milk mustache, and I was like, now that's
Shit was everywhere,
advertising.
man.
It wasn't just that. It was like the Aaron Burr. Remember that
Yeah.
commercial? Like
Right, the Aaron Burr
like
commercial,
very
yeah.
famous milk commercials. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Good for Aaron Burr.
Wait, this is stuck in my mind now. Nikki, you were returning a mattress. That's what that was. You were...
Okay, so if you work at Costco, you aren't listening to this. I have a mattress that I purchased at Costco 3 years ago, 3 years ago, right? And it has collapsed in the middle. So it's a hybrid mattress, which means it's got springs
And
under
gel.
and
Yeah.
then foam on top of the springs. In the middle, where the people go, the springs have collapsed. So when you get in the bed, it just kind of sinks in the middle. And it's hard to say why this has happened because it wasn't like that before I moved it across the country. And then I put it in a U-box, which is just a big wooden box. And then it sagged opposite of the direction now where the sag is.
Sure.
Inside of that box for over a year.
Oh,
So when I pulled it out,
yeah.
now there's a sag in the middle of it. Costco has a 10-year warranty on mattresses, except they don't sell my mattress anymore. So the only way they will send me another mattress is if I have to give them my mattress first. And then I don't have a mattress, and then they will give me my money back.
You have to rely on the good graces of the people of Costco. Yeah,
yeah, to see if they'll accept it or not. So now I didn't understand that's what the process was until the woman called me from Junk King and said, "We're here to collect your mattress." And I said, "I don't think I want that yet." So I'm afraid of answering that phone call.
You just got to be like, Mr. and Mrs. Costco, you put me in an impossible situation here. You know?
For some reason, I really was like, well, they'll front me. The big corporations, they'll just front me the money for a new mattress. Before
either they send you the mattress, then you got to send it back, or then you get charged, right?
Yeah.
It's like they do a hold on your money, right?
Yeah,
and then
on my money.
As long as your mattress goes back
I think
within
they
like
should do
90
that.
days. Yeah.
No, they have to get my mattress first.
And what do they want your bad mattress for? What do they
To
want
throw
the
it away,
broken
I guess.
Yeah, well, here, we'll throw this out for you. Right? Like what?
What is the weirdest thing that someone's messed up and you had to get like seconds of that they were insisted on taking back? Mine is definitely like anytime it's like a custom coffee order for my wife. And I'm like, oh, you guys got this wrong. And they're like, well, we need the other one back. I'm like, for what? For what are you talking about?
What do you-
Like,
yeah,
I
what do you
don't give a
mean?
shit. Here it is, but that's weird.
There's a small man under the counter at every Starbucks in the country, and whenever they fuck up a drink, he opens his mouth and they just pour the drink directly into
Little Jimmy,
it.
yeah, totally, yeah.
That's how he lives. Yeah.
That's so funny.
What is the statute of limitation on return fraud?
That's a
I mean,
Like if it was 02, am I in the clear?
You're in the clear.
yeah, you're in the clear.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
22
okay.
years, yeah.
Yeah, I remember didn't have much money, but I wanted to play Metroid Fusion really bad, and I worked at Funko Land, so I bought it with my employee discount. So let's say it was a $40 game. Let's just say it was 30. I beat it because it's not a very long game, and we happen to have a shrink wrap machine in the Funko
Hell
Land.
yeah.
Delete the save, shrink wrap it back up. Walmart would take anything as long as it was sealed without a receipt and give you store
Yes.
credit. Go
That's
there, get the
Walmart
full
fucking-
price. So I basically got paid like $10 to play through Metroid
great.
Fusion.
Yeah, that's completely
believe-
fine.
Yeah, we
Can
love
you
this.
believe Walmart doesn't do that anymore?
I got a lot of use out of that. I
wonder
worked
what
for
I also
happened.
got a lot of use out of that.
That's when they started making money.
Yeah, when Amazon, at the beginning of Amazon, before they had like a robust enough network for you to send stuff back, almost exclusively they would say you can just fucking keep it. Like whatever, like who cares? And they still will do that now.
Right.
But I would do the same thing. I would go to the Walmart and say, I can't find my receipt.
Weird. Man, I did some probably very illegal things with to get video games for cheaper as a kid.
When
I,
you read
If you rip off
shrink wrap
Walmart, you're kind of a Robin Hood, right? Like,
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
say so. It's like when I photoshopped the Best Buy ad for Fight Night Round 2 that said it's a $50 game, and I photoshopped it to say $19.99, and I took it to Walmart and I was like, price match this, and they did.
oh, that
Yeah.
rules.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
I
Dan.
kind of fucked over Walmart a lot.
Yeah.
dude,
There was
you're a hero.
Cottage industry that when I was in high school of people figured out how to make coupons.
Sure.
So like people were
That's cool.
photoshopping coupons together, and then there was like a program or something that would run create a barcode that would scan at a Target
Amazing.
or a Best Buy or whatever.
They
Or
like
Amazing.
understood their barcode like coding
yes.
system. Okay.
So they reverse engineered the barcode, but then all of the forums, the sketchy ass forums I was on, were like, it would be like, okay, so yeah, so just go in, get this 90% off coupon for the Xbox 360. And it's like, you think that Microsoft has put anywhere a 90% off coupon in the mail, or is it like some kind of like, where did this coupon come
You're
from?
so lucky. You found this.
Okay, wait, no, wait. Let's say you have that coupon and you're gonna use it. What is the story you tell the retailer? Because as soon as you start saying that, I've like started formulating something.
You got to size people up. You got to like find your mark,
You have to
right?
be the oldest or the youngest person at the.
For sure, but I think my chances are good. I go in there and I'm like, no, this is like part of. There was a big lawsuit, and then instead of like paying people back their money, they said just take this coupon instead, and you can use that, and you can effectively get it for almost free. But we have to pay a little bit because they want to put a little bit barrier there. They're like, look it up. There's news stories about it. I read it in the newspaper the other day, and I think that would probably work on most retailers.
When I worked at AMC, when I was probably 14, somebody paid at the concession stand with a $10 bill that they had taken a pen to the zero and kind of like split it in half and made the zero look like two zeros. But like, you know, I almost worked on me to the point where it's like I was putting it in the thing. I was like, what the fuck? And my response was, I should try that. It almost fooled me. And so I did it and went to Target and I was like, here's my $100 bill. And they're like, what the fuck is this? I was like, oh, that's crazy. What? And I about had a panic attack. And I was like, I can't do that anymore. Okay.
Gotta go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you defaced federal money. That one's dangerous. All right. Yeah. Avoid that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a totally cool prank. You just take the money out of the register and run away.
This will work on Target.
That's pretty good. I feel bad. Chad didn't get to choose a single voicemail.
Oh, shit.
And we'll let him do back-to-backs here.
Yeah.
We'll let him do back-to-backs. First one is Bacalar.mp3.
Boom boom skaka boom boom skaka boom boom skaka boom boom ska boom boom skaka boom boom ska boom 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 Bacalar. Damn.
Wow, thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller.
Man, it was Jungle Beats. Hell yeah, let's go.
That wasn't the running for the new theme song of the show, but okay, that was great. That's actually perfect length. Thank you, caller. Finally, we're gonna end the show on insane.mp3.
Fairies are not a type of elf. That's insane.
I'm sorry, what?
Is that a Minotti thing?
I think we were definitely arguing about your bullshit fantasy stuff, and
wait, Minotti's, right?
No, like you were like, oh, Zelda's cool, and I think we're trying to say that the fairy that Link has is an elf or something. Oh no, maybe you said.
Oh no, it was Minotti was like, oh, yeah, Link is an elf because he has pointy ears or something.
Yeah, I said that, but maybe we're talking about Tinkerbell, and you're like, that's like an elf. I can't.
I don't know.
They're all
I don't have
elves.
opinions on elves.
I think they all of them are elves to me.
Yeah, like who cares?
Looks like an elf.
Anti-fantasy.
Walks like
I was I got Warcraft 2. I love Warcraft, the old RTS ones. I was playing it, and Mike was like, "Oh, but this is fantasy." He's like, "Yeah, but it was cool. I'm not anti-fantasy as long as it's like cool and fun."
Right, just bad nerdy fantasies.
Right, Zelda's cool. Warcraft's old Warcraft's cool, not WoW.
But I say when the caller said that fairies are not elves, that's insane. He's right. That's right. I agree.
Fairies are not elves?
Yeah.
I think they
don't
might
think so.
be the same. I think they might be the same thing.
No, I think you're right. I think Tinkerbell is an elf.
Fairies fly, right? That's the gimmick.
But so
They're tiny and they fly.
Fucking real.
Is it like
exactly? It
is it
doesn't
like the
matter.
difference between a unicorn and a Pegasus? So it's like, it's all the same bullshit.
They're all it's a weird fucking horse. It's a
weird
magic horse.
Yeah.
Are there fairies in Lord of the Rings?
Sure.
I know there are
Probably.
elves.
Who cares?
I think the only difference between a fairy and an elf for me is size. But functionally, they're the
Flying.
same.
Elves don't fly. I know that much.
No, except for Tinkerbell, the most famous flying.
Everyone's
elf.
America's favorite elf.
Tinkerbell's a fairy, I think. What is
Okay. If someone said, "What is your favorite elf?" and someone said Tinkerbell, that'd be weird.
You'd say Keebler.
Is she in Jiminy Cricket and Pinocchio?
What the fuck are you
that's the
talking
same
about?
flick.
Well, because like was
Jiminy
she like a
Cricket is in
crossover? It was like a
Pinocchio.
Jetsons Meet the Flintstones thing, or because I
Tinkerbell?
remember. Hang on,
Hang on, I'm so lost. Start over, Dan.
Okay, I am trying to think of what I know of Tinkerbell, and I remember she was in the Jiminy Cricket show
Peter
or whatever
Pan.
that was.
The Jiminy Cricket show? What are you talking about?
I just remember a cartoon with a cricket and a hat, and he talked to a fairy. And then I know she's part of Peter Pan too.
I don't know.
Is
No,
it like the IP is it like a Winnie
I think
the
it's
Pooh
all
thing?
Disney. I think it's all Disney.
Oh, it's all Disney, so
But
it's
I
like
don't
crossover.
think-
It's like
Tinkerbell-
it's like Baloo being in Jungle Book and Tailspin.
God, I never say this, but I wish Mike was here.
Jungle Book and Tailspin. It's exactly like that.
Is Tinkerbell in Pinocchio? I don't
Tinkerbell
think
is
so.
not in Pinocchio. Tinkerbell only in Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like
It's a different, unrelated
But
elf.
is Jiminy Cricket Pinocchio?
yes.
Jiminy Cricket is Pinocchio,
Yeah.
and he is also an elf.
No, Jiminy Cricket is a cricket.
They're
He's
all
a cricket
elves to
elf.
me. He can talk. Sorry, he can talk. That
If
dude's
you
an
can talk,
elf.
you're an elf.
Okay. I'm ending it.
You talk, you an elf.
It's over. Listen, it is a good podcast. I want everyone to know this is
You
a good
You
podcast.
Ben Affleck.
You Ben Affleck.
It is a good podcast. I can promise you that. But we just have to go because lives must continue, and we can have the elf fairy argument another time. Actually, no, we cannot.
No, we're done.
That's over, and we're not going to do
Cut
it.
them both open. They've got the same goop inside.
It's like the owl pellets in science class. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. It's just like little skeletons of mice inside. Yeah, for sure. I'm glad we're all on the same page there. 707 exit flu is our telephone number. Give us a call. I'm not going to be here next Thursday, so I will be. You'll be dumping without me, but I'll be back. Oh no, and then I guess the show after that is Thanksgiving. So maybe we'll do an early dump the week of Thanksgiving.
Early dump is the plan. Yep.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. 707 Exit Flu. Thank you so very much to all the callers, all the chats. Thank you to Dan, Nikki, and Grub. And we will see you bright and early on Thursday with a brand new episode. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.
Leave those lambs alone.